Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cyberx Popsy. Today we are going into the day 7 of Advent of Cyber 2025, which is Network Discovery by Santa Claus. Let's step onto the room, we'll see. And we have officially entered into the room and it says the Network Discovery, Santa Claus, discover how to scan network ports and uncover what is behind them. So this is, I think probably in this room we're gonna do some network scanning on different ports. We'll go through the questions and we'll see what is there. So yeah, here we need to find out which server, we need to find out the keys on which server and app and the DNS records, and we need to find out about which bot was running on the MySQL as well. Okay, these are the questions. Task 1, which is the introduction. Christmas preparations are delayed. HopSec has breached our QA environment and locked us out. Without it, the TBFC projects can't be tested, and our entire SOCMAS pipeline is frozen. To make things worse, the server is slowly transforming into a twisted EastMAS mode. So, can you uncover SOCSEX trial, find a way back into TBFC, dev QA01 and restore the server before the bunnies takeover is incomplete? For this task, you will need to check every place to hide every open port that bunnies left unprotected. Okay, we'll find out the unprotected ports and we'll see. So through this room, these are the learning objectives. We will perform the basic networks scanning discovery with Nmap, and we're gonna learn core network protocols and the concepts along the way, and we'll apply our knowledge and find a back to the server. And this shows how to connect a VM machine. So for this lab, we're gonna set up our virtual environment on TryHackMe. So we're gonna start the attack box, which is an attacker machine, and also we're gonna turn on the target machine, so it will take a bit time to load both. Meanwhile, we can just answer this question. I have successfully launched the target machine and the attack box. We're gonna check and minimize it, and we'll go to the task 2, which says discover network services. So in this task we need to find out the open ports. So we'll go to step by step. Although we lost access to QA server, at least it's still active and we know its IP address. That's good news since we can counteract that and hopefully find out back. Ensure that you have understanding about the basic networking concepts. If you want, you can join in this room and learn basic concepts. And so we're gonna find our target. In our case, it is TBFC LQA and the server with the machine IP address. Scan the ports. Okay, we got our machine target IP. So explore what's behind the ports, and maybe it's vulnerable web server running on port 80. Exploit the exposed service, find a way and kick out the bad bunnies from the QA server. Okay. Along the practical of today's task, you'll find three keys. Keep note of them since you will later need them for a web app. Okay, the format key will be like this, key name followed by the key. And the simplest port scan, there are many tools you can use scan for the open ports, from pre-installed Netcat on Linux and PowerShell on Windows to specialized powerful tools like Nmap and Nabu. Let's use Nmap for this task and perform a basic scan from the attack box, or if you are using VPN. So we're gonna open the command line and we'll copy this, copy and enter. We're gonna turn on the terminal and we're gonna use nmap followed by target IP address. So paste and we'll see what ports are open. So after performing nmap scanning, so with the target IP address, we can see the two ports are open. One port is 22 TCP and the service is SSH, which is secure shell, and the other port is HTTP on port 80, which is also open. Okay, now the command scanned the top 1000 most commonly used ports and reported if any services were running there. The only results you received are opened SSH port for remote machine and a HTTP port for a website. This means you can now access server via SSH if you know the password or open the following the visiting website. So we're gonna visit this website. This is the target IP, control V, and we're gonna open the Mozilla Fox. And now close this and paste and go. As you can see, there are three Easter eggs. So I think we need to find out these three keys to enter, and we'll see enter key. So yeah, so there is a three keys. So apparently we didn't find. So however, we can see one bad bunny, which is TBFC QA has been struck out by pawn OPSEC. This could be our first flag. So we're gonna copy this, Control C, and paste our first flag. We're gonna scroll down. So this is the email message that we have seen found by HubSpot. Yeah, that's the first thing. And now we'll go back to where we did. So we're gonna use, we need to scan the whole page, whole range. It seems the website is defaced by bad bunnies and we don't know the key to enter on the admin panel. But worry not, we scanned just 1000 ports before, but there are 65,435 ports. Whether other services can hide, now let's add p argument to scan all the ports and script banner. Okay, we'll use this Nmap command and followed by p. If you're not sure, we can ask AI what does p stands for, and we'll see what it says. So this command says, like, the p command says the p gonna show scan all 65,535 ports, and the script banner runs the banner grabbing the script to identify service versions, and this is the target IP. Okay, now we got this and we're gonna minimize this for a time being, and we're gonna perform the whole range scanning. Let's see on the script banner, and it will take us some time. And also you can do, if you want to do the aggressive scanning, instead of p you can do nmap slash a hyphen sorry nmap hyphen a followed by the target IP address. So it will show the ports what are open and followed by the banner. So let's give it a bit time and we'll maximize. So you can see there are two ports and the banner where they are using FTP protocol, and this is another banner which is unknown. It should be probably an app, or yep, for the TBFC could be. So lapse this. So we got this. So looks like we have found FTP server running on some custom TBFC application. The Even though FTP runs on port 21 by default, it's possible to change the port to any other, such as 212. Let's try and access FTP in anonymous mode. Okay. First, we're gonna connect FTP. Yes, on the port 212. Let's do this. Paste, enter, and it is connected. So we're gonna print anonymous. So we'll copy this, copy, paste, enter, and you can see there's a 230 login successful and the remote system type is Unix, using binary mode to transfer the files. From here we can transfer the files. So if you want what are the files, we can use the list command, ls, and also la for to discover unhidden files. And you can see uh, we found two unhidden files and one file. So if you want to transfer the file, we can use uh, get this one, copy, and we'll see paste, and as we can see, if we entered this port command successful, consider using PSAV. Opening binary mode data connection for TBFC QAQ1 with 13 bytes. and we found our first key, which is Easter. So we're gonna copy this. I think this is the first key we found. Copy, and we'll paste the first one into the flags. So this is the first key we found on the FTP server. So Control V and check. Voila. And the next one is, what is the second key part found on the TBFC app? So now we're gonna go into the TBFC app. So again, we're gonna go over here. So once we found it, and either we can see Control C to exit from the command. So we'll go slowly, and as you can see, and if you want, Control C, and let's see, we'll try to exit. Sorry, you can exit. Invalid command, sorry, again. Okay, goodbye. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a netcat listener on the port 2521. Okay, we're gonna open this, Control copy, and this, we're gonna clear this so that we can see what's going on at the front. Paste and use netcat listener. We can use telnet as well, and it is asked for the help, so we're gonna press help and to see the comments, and we can see command status, get key, and quit. So I think we need to find key, I guess. So run the correct command to get the hidden key. So let's type key and see what will happen. Unknown command and status. If you press, let's see, it's the status. It says status sound for 19 seconds, port 2521. And if you press get, unknown command, we already type help, get. I think seems we did a mistake, so it's not get and key, so we need to press get key. You should able to get not armed. So okay, so and hold on, let's see, did we miss anything? Gonna copy, Control V, and see, gonna help, get key. You should get now. Yeah, we got this. And however, you gonna quit this, quit, you got this. Okay, bye. Now we can see Control C. We're gonna use telnet followed by this IP, and we'll see what will happen. We'll do the both ways using netcat listener as well as telnet. Copy, paste, enter. Okay, the same thing. Help and get key. Voila, both are same. So we got the second key on the TBFC server. So we gonna click Control C and we'll go over here. So the second P part on TBFC app. This is yes. And what is the third key that found in the DNS record? So we'll go. So in order to do that, first we'll go to TCP and UDP ports and we'll find out the third key. TCP and UDP ports. So congratulations on being the second flag that we did just before now. But where to look for the third one? Till now you have scanned only TCP ports. There are also 65,535 ports for UDP and another transport protocol. There is a chance OPSEC secrets are hiding there too. You can switch to UDP by specifying by SU. Okay, we're gonna use the UDP, Control C, and gonna Control C. Okay, quit. Okay, connection closed by foreign host. Now we're gonna use Control L. Wait. Yes, now we're gonna use the next one, the UDP port scan. So okay, there are some messages coming from Great Have you have successfully scanned the target. Do you see any ports open? Yes, we did. So UDP scan will take some time. We'll collapse this. After a minute, you should see an open port associated with DNS, a protocol that drives the modern web by connecting domains to IPs and many more. DNS is a complex topic and many secrets can hide there, and but just let's ask DNS server if it knows key by using a dig a command to perform advanced queries. So DNS is basically domain name system which translates for resolving the host names such as tryhackme.com to their respective IP address. Like suppose if you want to go to the home address that is so and so street and name, and it will translate into their IP address. Okay, we'll to see the scan. So we have found the port 53 where it's UDP user datagram protocol which is open, and we're gonna dig into this by using, so we're gonna use dig command, copy, paste. Why they are using this, let's see whether it will perform. Okay, we got this, the key 3, third key, which is got, we'll flag this and paste, copy, paste. Now we're gonna do paste, check. Oh, the answer you may not provide is not in English. Oh, sorry, this is the one I need to copy, copy and paste. Now we should able to see. Yeah, so now we have found those 3 keys, so we can go on host service discovery and we will reveal the TBFC Dell QA server, and we'll see what's inside the secret admin console. Let's go to the Mozilla. Yeah, this was the aggressive scan we performed before, so we're gonna close this, we don't need it at the moment. Browser and enter the key, and we're gonna see, just give a second, that we need to copy, copy, mm, paste, and this, copy, paste, and then copy, this paste, unlock. Yes, Karki terminal is now available, so we'll go to the terminal, and this is secret admin console, so we'll try our thing, echo hello or hi cyberx popsy, and we'll see list. Okay, there are no files, however we'll discover the files. Okay, we got some bash history, cat dot bash history, or cd will do both. Okay, it got something which is plenty of listed files, however we don't need this at the moment. They're MySQL, so we're gonna control L, we're gonna clear the console. We're gonna see what directory are we in present, print working directory. So we are at home tvfc app, and slowly we'll dig slowly one by one. We need to, we have done so far scanning, so we have got the access to the secret admin console. So we don't need to scan any ports. We can just simply ask the OS to list the open ports, and we can do it by easily using this command ss-tunlp. So we'll copy this and first ask AI, what does it mean? So enter. Okay, we got all this net ID and the state, RC, VQ and SendQ and the local address followed by the port and peer address port. Yeah, I think that's the one we got it. Output you may see exactly the same services scan before listening on 0.0. But also someone listening on 127.0.0.1 available from host itself. Okay, with root permissions, you can also view the process column. However, for now, let's focus on 3306 port, which is the default for MySQL database port. Usually, database require a password for remote clients, but also authenticated logins for the local host. Since you're already inside the host, let's see the database content by using the MySQL program. So we can use this MySQL command to list what are the tables that exist. However, we use ls before. We already saw there is a table, name, paste, and copy, enter. That's the flag. So we're gonna use the same thing. Now we're gonna use SQL command, that is select from tables, from flags, sorry. I'm gonna use this, copy, paste from browser, okay, paste, okay, and hit enter. Voila, we got, this is the flag we found on the MySQL port. Copy, and we'll go, and that's the flag we found in the database, and check. And which port was MySQL database running on? We have run on 3306. And if you enjoyed today's room, feel free to check the Nmap basic rooms. Will okay, if you are a beginner, then go and check out this room to know more about port scanning or network scanning. Okay, we'll check this. Okay, so we have officially finished the room network discovery, that is scan the class. Okay, that's all for this video, and we have one advent of cyber ticket, and that's all for this video. I will signing off from here. Take care. Until then, signing off. CyberX Popsy. Happy hacking.